Hello, how are you? Can you
Hello,
hear me?
how you going?
That's great. What about you?
Good to meet you.
Uh,
Really
how's your
good.
day? I'm good. What are you doing?
I am just doing some work on my Instagram and building English online business. That's
That's great.
cool. That's awesome that you're into marketing.
Yeah, I was in marketing. I was doing freelancing for a while, and
Yeah.
nowadays I have stopped it because of my study purpose. And you also know that I'm wanting to go abroad for my master's
Yeah.
on electrical engineering. That's why I stopped it, and I had a business which is online business, e-commerce.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
Cool. So do you still have that business or?
No, currently I have shut off my business because a few laggings. So probably I will start my business again.
Yeah.
Maybe there is a like a edge of lights, so maybe you cannot clearly see me.
The lights? I think it's all
Yes,
right.
is
Yeah.
it all right?
Yeah, I reckon it's all right. Yeah.
It's a bit dark.
A little dark, but
Yeah,
can you face the light or not really?
yeah. Is it all right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I reckon that's good.
Okay, great.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Yeah, but my room is a bit dark because of the shortness of light. I have a
Fine. Yeah, don't
so,
worry about it. Your English is good. How long have you learned English for?
uh, I've been practicing for several months. For perhaps that can be around 5 to 6 months for a while. And now I have also that I have given the exam. And now I
Yeah.
am interested to be more fluent in speaking, and I want to try to communicate with other people. And I feel like that if I speak to different kind of people, and perhaps seeing me, anyone can be motivated, and that's my vision.
Cool. That's awesome. So,
Yeah, but
since what year have you been speaking English?
can you repeat it again?
Yes, since what year have you
Yeah,
been learning?
it was back last year.
What English?
No, no, no. So from my cradle, used to learn English from my preschool, and
Yes.
afterwards, I've been graduated from an university, so I have
Yeah.
been through the English process.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. Oh,
Great.
and with your work, the marketing, do
Yeah,
you enjoy that?
yeah, definitely. I was a big fan of marketing because it also helps me to understand the situation, and marketing is also a good source of earning as well, and it's a passion to me as well.
Yeah, so
And
good.
marketing will give you an idea about your future, and you can also generate few strategies which can help you in your businesses, and perhaps you can assist other people. That's the main thing.
Yeah, yeah, really good. And so, where are you right now?
Currently I am living in Bangladesh, and I live at a small town. It's called Kunla. It's in the southeast part of Bangladesh, and it's a
Wow,
beautiful city with some heritage places as well as a big mangrove forest around our city.
wow, so cool.
That's
And
great.
so, what country do you want to study in?
So basically, I want to study in United States. It is my desired country to go for my masters.
Yeah,
And if I'm not available to go there for some reasons, so I'll definitely pick up Australia for my masters.
yeah, awesome.
Australia offers a great range of subject, as well as their educational standard is quite high. So definitely, it will help me to have a great career.
Yeah, really good. Nice one. Oh, cool.
So how have you been? So what about your jobs and profession?
Yeah, really good. So, I used to work at a language school, English teaching language school. And now I thought I'm going to develop an online system where I can teach privately and small groups. So that's what I'm doing now. And
Impressive.
just from like 8 weeks ago, I began that.
Yeah, great.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's a great initiative, I guess. And
Mm,
it also helps people to understand English, and that will help them in their career as well. And I think that
yeah.
English is one language which you can use anywhere, and that
Yeah.
help them to understand different cultural people and different things as well. I really
Yes.
appreciate your work.
Yeah. Thanks so much. Yeah. I've got a question I want to ask you, like,
Yeah.
where do you use English? in everyday life?
So English is associated with our life. So there are a lot of aspects where we use English. Like as I'm doing freelancing for a couple of years, so I've been using English in this sector, and moreover in my personal life, like in my career where I do work as an engineer. So in this sector, you need to learn English because all the books are written in English. So you have to have a great knowledge about English. So I think in every aspects of our life, English is so vital.
Yeah, yeah, so true. And what is the main challenge you've had with learning English, would you say?
All right. So we are living in a country where English is not our first language. So there were a lot of setbacks in our past, and we overcome it by learning through our teachers and through online resources. Nowadays, you also know that in social medias and another or different platforms, English are quite available, and research and other materials are so easily gettable. So that's the way we are just learning English. And nowadays there are a lot of sources to learn. So I think in the past it was not that much available, but now we have overcome, and
Yeah,
now people have different sources actually to learn.
yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah. And with pronunciation, would that be because the students I've worked with, they often say when they're learning English, speaking and fluency and confidence and pronunciation are the hardest. Is that right for you?
Actually, I don't think so because
Yeah.
we are an Asian people. So
Uh-huh.
our accent will not be British or American. So the thing is that we have to pronunciate any words with our own languages or accent. So perhaps we can try a bit to pronounce the words according to British or whatever accent it is. But the
Yeah.
thing is that you have to speak sweetly and accurately. What you want to say, you have to deliver it with a fluency, and you have to reflect your own voice. So that is the answer. I don't think that accent has a great influence on personal speaking. So the thing is, the only it is needed to just deliver a speech, and it should be uh, uh, so easy to make anyone understand, and that is the point.
Pronunciation, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you have to be accurate in terms of pronunciation, and you need not to focus on accent rather than your comprehension.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, good point. Really good.
So what
And
do you think about it?
yeah, yeah, go.
Yeah, great.
What do
All
I
right.
think about what do I think about what exactly?
What one hot topic?
Yeah, so how does when someone doesn't know how to speak English,
Yeah.
what areas of life does it hold them back from?
Well, so I think that English is necessary. So when anyone doesn't know how to speak English, so they can feel a lot of drawbacks. So I think their personal growth or professional growth will not be developed. And I think so there could be some steps that can be taken. So if they do not take this kind of steps, some people are ideally waste their time. So they
Mm,
didn't focus on what to do and what's their vision. So I think they will face a lot of difficulties in their life, and
mm.
I think they should focus on how to improve that.
Yeah, 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 good. And so what opportunities do you think and do you see English as opening the door to what opportunities?
Well, so yeah, so nowadays English is an open door. Anyone can learn English, and by learning English, they can have a different career path in different sectors. So it actually necessary for everyone because if you know English, you can switch back to any profession, whether that can be teaching, engineering, and other technical stuffs. So I think they should adapt, and they should not think that oh man, it is difficult to understand or learn, but this is not the actual thing.
Yeah. And how
Yeah.
are you going to learn English for your future? What's English going to help with for you?
Well, so and as I said that in everyday's life, as we're thinking to go abroad for our education and
Yeah.
profession, so I think English will help us because without knowing English, you cannot deal with any people or any job sectors. So in all sectors, even you are going to buy a grocery, so everywhere you have to learn English. So
Mm.
yeah, actually, I think it has a profound impact on our personal life and
Yeah.
any sector.
And what did you say? Can you repeat what you're studying in America or Australia?
Okay, so as I said that I completed my bachelor in Bangladesh on electrical engineering. So afterwards, I will think complete my masters from United States on electrical engineering. Basically, I was a big fond of electricity, so I had actually completed my thesis on smart grid, and you know about the smart grid, which is a renewable source of energy. So this is a great area. I think that the developed countries like USA or
Oh,
Australia, providing this subject quite nicely, and they have a huge curriculum on that topic. So personally, for that reason, I will definitely choose the two country,
mm.
United States or Australia.
Ah, so you're interested in solar energy?
Yeah, it's kind of solar, wind energy, turbine,
Oh,
complete source, and you know, solar has a great power source, so we can
wow.
get
Like
a lot of power.
natural source of energy.
Yeah, it's a
I love
natural source,
that.
and wind energy is also a good energy because you know in empty places you will have a lot of wind, and it also helps to revolve a turbine. So there will
Wow.
use source of energy.
That's so cool. I love that. That's such a cool topic and area. I feel like that's really cool because do you know van life?
Brown
Like
Lara,
you live in a van.
no, no,
Do you know this? Live in the
no, I don't know.
car, a big van.
Hmm,
I did, and I traveled all around Australia, and
okay.
the van was totally off-grid solar paneled.
Oh, that's great.
So it had the little
Yeah, so
fridge in there. Amazing.
oh, so it was an electric vehicle.
It was really cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
so nowadays you know about Tesla and all are going
yeah,
to
yeah,
electric car or vehicle because it's convenient and the power source are quite easy. Nowadays that they are moving to nuclear energy.
yeah.
And maybe you have heard a news that Russia has got thorium source
Mm,
thorium mine. So they can generate a huge amount of power then that will sustain for thousands of years.
really?
Yeah, so it was the recent news I saw today on YouTube.
That's crazy.
They got thorium, and
Wow.
the amount was huge. You can't imagine. And thorium is alternative to uranium 235 that is
Wow.
used to produce nuclear
I
energy.
can see that you're an expert in your field.
Yeah, yeah. So you know, I'm an electrical engineer, so I know about the pro and cons and everything
Yeah,
about electricity.
that's really amazing. Good on you. Cool. And so, in learning English, for people who are learning English, maybe they're intermediate level, what do you think is the best way for them to learn?
Well, so I think if any people are in a intermediate level, I think practice is quite important. And another thing is so important is a good guidance. So if anyone have a good roadmap and strategies, he certainly can generate good ideas and will be more fluent. And the concept generation is a quite amazing thing. So if anyone get a proper roadmap, so he can easily be expert at English.
Yeah, yeah, so good. The roadmap, as in like plan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's called a strategy.
yeah. Because a lot of the students say that it's so overwhelming. There's so much to learn in English. What do
Yeah.
they do every day? What would you recommend them? Because you are pretty fluent in English now. What would you recommend them?
Okay, so personally, I would like to recommend that you have to practice a lot and perhaps you have to have a structured routine. So if you follow a structured routine, you will find out time and you can learn different things. And you have a lot nowadays, people have great access to internet and there are a lot of resources and you can easily hire a coach to learn English. And he or she can also help you how to develop skills, how to be fluent and how to generate ideas is quite important for everyone to generate ideas. So I think they can follow these steps firstly, and another thing is needed to have a great motivation as well as devote. So I think this is important.
Mm, yeah, so good. Cool. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks so much for sharing.
Thanks a lot for giving me time, and I
Yeah,
would like if you talk to me and we'll have a great conversation
yeah,
perhaps after a couple of days and we can easily
yeah.
share our opinion.
Sounds great. Yeah, I would
So
love that.
can you stop recording?
Sure, sure.